Welcome to the Keikis channel. I'm Cody Marie.
I'm Chantelle Davidson.
Today we have a video a lot to do with questions that I have. Collagen is so confusing. There's topical collagens, there's collagen drinks, there's collagen vitamins, and all these things going around the internet about collagen, and it's so confusing, and there's so many mixed things. Does it do anything for you? Does it not? Is it a myth? Is it real? Is it fake? I have questions that I want answers to.
I have the answers, I think. I did a lot of research when Cody said I have some questions, so I'm ready.
Yay.
Ask away.
Okay. What would you say is the number one myth about collagen?
What I found out there doing my research on people's vlogs, TikTok channels, YouTube videos, is pretty much the first thing they would say is, there's not a lot of research, so we don't know. And I'm like, that's not true at all. There is a ton of research, like good evidence. And you didn't even need to log in to academic sites. It's just on Google eScholar, like really good studies.
I feel like that's the confusing part, is that there's so much research as well, that it's not backed up by anything, and that's why it gets so lost in translation.
I think also because the research out there isn't research going, does collagen reduce fine lines?
Yeah.
If you drink this, is it proven? And I think that's where it gets confusing, because you need to know what you're researching about.
Yeah.
You can look at research about collagen supplements and skin hydration. There's some really good studies that prove that if you take collagen supplements, you will have more hydrated skin.
Okay, that makes sense, because internally it works a lot better. Do you think social media is misleading people?
I don't think so.
No?
So I was a little surprised about that.
Okay.
I did just a really quick like TikTok search, YouTube search, and what I found was the majority of the popular videos were truthful in the fact that topical collagen cannot get absorbed.
That's what I always wanted to know.
It doesn't happen.
So it's internally.
Internally. So your skin barrier, it can only absorb really, really tiny molecules, and we measure those in Daltons. So your skin can only do 50 Daltons.
Okay.
Collagen is in the hundreds of thousands of size. So it doesn't matter unless
Way
you
too
have
big to
a
be
cut.
absorbed.
Yes. So there is evidence, and there's studies done on people who have burns and cuts, that collagen can help your wound heal faster. But that's because your skin is already open and it's absorbed in. But on nice, closed skin, it's not gonna do that. But is it helpful still? Yes, it is.
On the skin?
It can be.
It's still helpful.
Yes. So here's what happens. When you apply topical collagen, this is an expensive way to do it, but it forms like a little film on top of your skin, and it smooths out the look of your wrinkles.
Okay.
And it will last as long as you have it on.
So it does sort of act as like a temporary moisturizer.
Yes.
In a way.
Yes.
Okay.
And collagen, in fact, is a great moisturizer, but it's just a really expensive one.
Yeah.
You can just buy a much cheaper moisturizer that does a great job.
Okay.
Vaseline.
One.
I was thinking that. I'm like, but not Vaseline.
Okay, so another confusing thing is like, when you see products that say something about collagen, like for the face or the body or whatever, are those more of, they're saying that they put collagen into the product? And obviously we just talked, that doesn't really do anything. Or is it because it has ingredients that are gonna help with collagen production?
I wanted to know the answer to that too, because in the 80s when all of this came out, people were just putting collagen in creams and selling it. But we figured out that didn't work. But take a look at these products right here. Okay, so take a look at these pro collagen or collagen-like creams. You have this one that calls a peptide cream, but this came up when I Google searched for collagen cream, topical. You've got this one that actually says the word collagen, which I'm surprised. The FDA kind of frowns on that now, but they followed it up with peptide and then called it a moisturizer.
I actually have a product that says collagen on the front, but I didn't buy it for that. It has like vitamin C in it too.
It's helpful.
That's why I bought it.
Yeah, you're just not getting collagen in, making collagen in your skin, because that's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
Everybody wants more collagen in your skin.
That's the way it's marketed. So it's very confusing.
So we're not really supposed to market that way anymore. So these companies, for example, this one right here, calls it a pro collagen overnight matrix. And it makes a reasonable person believe it's gonna go into your skin and help build your collagen, right?
Overnight, in one night.
Right? But that's not what's happening at all. So how do they get away with this?
Yeah.
Is they are using what's called peptides. And peptides are much smaller. They can be absorbed into the skin. So peptides are like, just think of Legos and the whole finished Lego product. If you take the little Lego and you absorb it, then that could help, right? But what are the parts of collagen? When you break it down, they're just amino acids, which are made by lots of things. Plants being one of them. That's how animals get them in the first place. So you're really not getting anything with these pro-collagen. When you look at them, they're just with oils and amino acids.
So basically, you need to consume collagen. And probably just the collagen as itself, not like some sort of mixed collagen vitamin type thing, or does it really matter?
It does matter.
It does.
If you care about the science.
Okay.
So
I do. That's why we're here.
So all collagen will work. You can take a hot dog, for example, would be considered a collagen supplement.
Ooh.
Any animal parts that contain a lot of cartilage ground up
Go roast some collagen.
So this is where you turn to the studies. This is, I'm going to stop the screen sharing.
Okay.
Well, let me get back to this.
You know that part of iCarly when they're like, roasting
Yes.
weenies? No? You know.
I'm sure my kids do.
Yeah, no.
I don't watch iCarly with my kids.
Well, I don't watch it anymore, but...
Well, it is weird watching iCarly because it was so long ago. And I'm like, wait.
you were just watching it?
No, well, I mean, I walk in when my kids are watching bedtime.
That's funny. I didn't know that they still played it.
Oh, yeah. And I thought it was
iCarly.
new. And I'm like, wait, isn't that...
That's funny. I wish they
They're
were
old
remade.
now.
Wait, they did remake, or they did like a spin-off type thing, I think, with
there's
her
so
being
many.
older.
Yeah. That's come to mind, too. Okay.
Okay.
Back to the collagen. Okay. So the studies have shown, there's several studies on which type of collagen works best when you absorb it.
There's different types.
Yes. And most of the ones that are sold in supplements, thankfully, are the correct type, called hydrolyzed collagen. Okay. There are different types. And luckily, most of the supplements sold...
Is that my phone, I think?
Turn it off.
I'm so sorry. Let me just go put that on silent real fast.
Okay, so there are different types of collagen. And luckily for consumers, most of the products that are sold today have the right type of collagen. It's called hydrolyzed collagen. And it's just the way you heat it up. So if you take cartilage from a cow and you melt it, it turns into collagen. You melt it even further, it goes into gelatin, like Jell-O.
Yeah.
You can actually get the same results by eating a lot of Jell-O. There is a study about that.
Shut up.
But it's gross, right? So,
Jell-O's not gross.
and it's a lot cheaper
Jell-O.
than the collagen supplements.
Somebody's gonna go to Costco and buy Jell-O now.
My brother would be so grossed out. He doesn't
I don't want to know about how
Jell-O.
it's made. I don't want to know how it's made.
So hydrolyzed collagen is what your body needs to absorb it to be made into collagen in your body.
Okay.
Your body will actually break it down and then rebuild it, which is great. Because if it didn't, it would be like if you had a hole in your cotton t-shirt and then you tried to fix it by pouring on thread. Like, it needs to be woven in and built.
That makes sense.
So,
Because it's kind of rebuilding the way that your skin is.
So,
Right?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
The studies have looked at, there's a couple of studies that have looked at which type of collagen. So the main ones in the United States come from either fish, cow, or pig.
Okay.
And
Well, fish oils and stuff are super good for you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the fish ones are actually the ones that have the best studies, the best results.
Okay.
But if, you are a little squeamish about fish or the sustainability of fish, the cow ones come in second, and they're a lot cheaper.
Okay. Or Jell-O.
Or Jell-O. Have you had Jell-O casserole? I mean, my mom used to put almonds in the Jell-O.
That's weird.
That was my favorite one.
Was it really?
And then layer it. Oh, the patience.
The crunchy and
Put it in.
Jell-O-y.
Wait forever. Pour another layer.
I know. Did you ever have the Jell-O molds?
Oh yeah.
Where
my mom did
you
it
could
all.
have a bunny or a car or an Easter egg or.
I believe Jell-O has a rich tradition in my family tree.
The best thing
elaborate
is to just
Jell-O.
pour it into a bowl and then take the bowl and just eat the Jell-O.
Yeah, maybe
That's the best.
Maybe that's where my fine skin came from. Years and years of Jell-O eating.
I need to.
Oh gosh, okay.
That's the anti-aging secret. Okay, so the product that I mentioned earlier that I have that has the collagen in it, it's vegan collagen. And I thought collagen came from plant or
right. You need to
not
eat
plants,
collagen
but
to get
from
collagen,
animals.
right? And here at Trace Keikis, we are a vegan brand,
Yeah.
and so go vegan collagen. But
plant life.
what? Like, what is that, right?
No, yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I hadn't heard of that either, and after doing the research, I actually bought some.
Yeah?
I was so convinced. I was like, yeah, duh.
Did you
this
use
is
it yet?
great. I have. It didn't taste that great. I'm going to try some other kinds.
Yeah.
But so vegan collagen, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about where when you ingest the collagen, your body breaks it down and then rebuilds it. And so what does it break it down into? These amino acids that we talked about earlier, and we talked about how they came from plants. And so these vegan companies have gone to the source, the plant source, and found what are the top amino acids and peptides that collagen gets broken down into. And then they've sourced those from plants, and they put that in their mix.
So it's kind of like piecing together the puzzle of what collagen is.
Yes.
It's like synthetic collagen?
I kind
Would
of
you
look at
say?
it like baking.
Okay.
So if you get all the ingredients
Yeah.
and lay them out for sugar cookies, is it a sugar cookie? No, but if you piece it together and follow the instructions, it will become a cookie.
Okay.
And that's basically what our body's doing with the collagen anyways that we eat. We take it, we
it
break it down into
breaks
the
it down
ingredients,
anyways,
and then
and
remake it.
Interesting.
So,
But not topically.
not topically.
So there's some of my friends that like talk about bone broth for like a supplemental collagen. I don't understand it.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, that totally makes sense. In fact, bone broth is where collagen supplements got their start from. The other thing I thought was really interesting is that almost every ancient civilization going back 3,000 years used bone broth. Whatever
Instead
parts.
of like collagen.
As
Or
just a health
those,
drink.
like-
yeah,
oh.
as a health drink.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like the recycling, right? When you slaughter an animal, you use all its parts. You should, anyways, if you're not vegan. And so what do you do with the hooves, the tails, the parts that you don't really
Yeah.
want if you're not making hot dogs? You boil it down into a broth, and that broth contains all that collagen, all the minerals from the bones, and then it's a health drink. But studies have shown now that it works better than collagen supplementation.
So it helps with the collagen production.
There's collagen
Yeah.
in it. Remember how we
Oh.
talked about when you melt collagen?
Yeah.
How it hydrolyzes?
Okay.
Well, it's just
Similar-
in the mix now.
Interesting.
So there's studies that are done with collagen and bone broth specifically on bone health and fractures. And so those are some really neat studies, but they've also done it on skin hydration. And so there's 2 Japanese studies where women have done, half the group did bone broth and half the group did fish hydrolyzed collagen. And they both groups over placebo, the group that didn't do anything,
Yeah.
had much more hydrated skin. But the bone broth group not only did they have more hydrated skin, they scored better on bone density.
Huh.
So if you can tolerate it, if you've had bone broth out there, there's you can get pre-mixed ones from Whole Foods
Yeah.
and other
Well, I feel like
natural
that's-
companies, or you can make your own. But it is stinky. Do the crock
Is it?
pot outside.
Really? Is it worth it?
Um,
Do you want a stinky house for some nice skin? Bone broth. Have you heard of collagen injections?
yes. And do they work?
Yeah, do they? I don't. Is it like a Botox injection, but like safe?
So the collagen injections were kind of the first injections to be invented when these med spas came about, again in the 80s. Like, so much happened in the 80s. Like, it's a
Yeah.
wonder we survived. But so collagen injections are basically like stuffing a pillow. It shuts, okay. Stuffing a pillow, it shoots collagen through the skin because we can't absorb it, right?
Yeah.
So it just plumps it up, and it sits in there as a whole collagen molecule.
Okay.
And our body over time will slowly break it down into the amino acids and maybe reuse it or maybe just absorb it. We don't know, but it's just a plumper. And in the United States, the only approved one is from a cow.
So kind of like Juvederm.
Yes.
Is it doing kind of the same thing as like the Juvederm's like
But
the
this
lip
is
filler?
like the first generation, and it turns out it's highly allergic. So you have to do an allergy test. So that's why Juvederm and hyaluronic acid injections, all of those were invented since.
Hyaluronic acid injections?
Oh, yeah, they're wonderful.
Ooh.
I don't have any, but the studies have shown.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I will get some when I feel like I need
That
them.
sounds not fun, but it sounds like your skin would look great after.
Yeah, I don't want any injections.
Yeah, no.
The point of injections, though, is as a plumper. It's not going to rebuild your skin.
So the collagen's not really doing anything when it's injected, but it does have
just
the same
fills it up.
effect of other.
Fillers, yeah.
Is it
But the
better
collagen ones,
for you
no, it's
anyway,
worse. I
or-
would say
Oh.
it was like the pioneer injection. I don't think
Okay.
really anyone uses it anymore.
So
There's
if you
better ones.
are gonna do a plumping injection, you would probably want to
Yeah.
do hyaluronic acid. And
I
not-
would say so, yeah.
Okay.
Some people will sell you on the collagen one saying it's natural, right?
Yeah.
You want something that's
Okay.
more natural. It's already collagen,
Right.
but in this case, it comes from a cow and it's very allergic. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just stick with what your skin, like if you have good skin health and you give your skin all the ingredients it needs to grow healthy, it will be healthy.
Your skin's a living organ.
It's alive.
Right now, it's breathing.
It literally is.
That's all. That's all for today, folks.
Go get some collagen.
How should
Jello
we-
and hot dogs, is that your takeaway?
Yes, Jello and hot dogs. Screw the vitamins and the topicals. Just eat. Go to the fair and get some corn dogs, and then go to Vaughn's and get some Jello or Costco,
Down it with bone broth.
and then down it with
right.
bone broth outside, unless you want a stinky home.
I'm not sure that's the message I was trying to send. Plants, Cody, plants.
Oh, sorry.
Soy dog
Vegan
at least.
collagen. Anyways, if you liked this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you learned anything new, or if you have any ideas on what we should film next.
Or any questions.
Or any questions. We'll try to answer them. I'm Cody.
I'm Chantelle.
Bye!
Jazz hands.
We did
that one
jazz hands too. This is a mess.